Every being in this universe is performing a duty to maintain the general order. Nearly all beings have eyes that can see everything and have ears to hear another's voice. Let us try to comprehend it through an example. The atmosphere is 1,000 kilometers above the ground. It is composed of various gases and is like an ocean that is harder than a rock. One of its many duties is to cut off beams that could be harmful to life forms and to prevent them from being sent to the earth. If we accept the lifeless gases as being the agents of this sapient action, then we must accept the fallacious thoughts below. 1. For the atmosphere to know which of the sun's rays are harmful, it must first know the bodies of life forms. It must know the possessors of these bodies so that it can differentiate between what is beneficial and harmful for them. This becomes possible only when one possesses all-encompassing knowledge. 2. It is not sufficient for the atmosphere to be familiar only with life forms. Additionally, it must also recognize the sun's rays. Only by knowing those rays can the atmosphere differentiate the harmful from the harmless and can send down the particular amount that is necessary. For this reason, it should have various types of equipment, supplies, and a developed laboratory so that it can separate the harmful from the harmless and discover which rays should be sent at which amount. This requires that the atmosphere be granted the names of al-alim, the all-knowing, al-adil, the just, al-hakim, the perfectly wise, and al-muqaddir, the determiner. 3. Suppose that the atmosphere knows the life forms with its knowledge and measures the sun's rays with its devices. However, not sending the harmful rays is an act of compassion and mercy. Yet, those lifeless and unconscious atoms cannot have such compassion. It means that by disaffirming God, one must accept that the atmosphere is the possessor of knowledge, reason, and compassion. Let us give another example regarding this topic. When we look at a seed, we will see that it is concerned with its flower, its species, and the universe. It is concerned with its flower since the flower's entire program is hidden in the seed. It is concerned with its species in this way. Although flowers of the same species are planted at different times, they will bloom flowers on the same day. Why does it happen? It is because only through this manner can they reproduce. Pollination occurs through insects and bees transferring the pollen that sticks to their wings to another individual flower of the same species. If they had not bloomed flowers on the same day, then their species would have been extinct long ago. As for their relations with the entire universe, every plant and flower adjust themselves to the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide like an expert. They adjust this balance by producing oxygen for a lifetime. Those flowers that consume carbon dioxide for a lifetime will dispense of it when they die. If carbon dioxide were to increase in the atmosphere, then it would accelerate its consumption rate in plants. Now, we want to ask these questions. 1. A seed has relations with everything. Who establishes these connections? 2. Even if flowers are planted on separate days, they bloom on the same day for pollination. How do these flowers communicate with one another? How do they decide on what day they will come out of the seed? How does the planted seed accelerate its growth so that it can meet the deadline? How does it prepare itself for that day? 3. Flowers and plants work diligently to maintain the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. How do these unconscious plants work like chemists? Which devices do they use to measure? Why is the continuation of life so important to them? Now, Compare other beings to these examples and think of their relationships with other materials in this universe and how they work to maintain the general order. Then provide an answer to this question. Every article has responsibilities towards and relations with other existent beings. Besides, every creature strives for the maintenance of general order too. Is it possible that these lifeless and unconscious beings may have established these relations by themselves, and that they each undertake a duty towards the continuation of this order? Could a person who has not lost his mind accept this explanation?